In this short video, I'm going to introduce you to a much better way to find hidden high potential employees. What's potential? It's the likelihood that an individual will deliberately, concertedly, purposefully practice anything so that they learn. This is how people achieve mastery in chess, in playing music, in becoming a leader. And so in organizations, we usually think about high potentials as people who are ready or likely to grow into more senior roles. Traditionally, I used to lead these sorts of functions in multinationals, and we used excellent cognitive ability assessments to measure who's able to process information, measure the people who are most conscientious or most likely to keep their word and do the right thing and pay attention to details, measure people who are especially proactive, which predicts the likelihood that they're going to have long-term career success by doing work well in advance of when it's strictly required. We'd also often look historically at past behavior, not so much at performance, because that's different, but behavior around their past self-development. The challenge is those predict to some degree, but they don't always get at whether they really are willing to practice. And so I was inspired by an Olympian, a Russian pole vaulter named Yelena Zimbayeva, who beat her own world record more than 17 times. She's currently the world record holder. She had multiple coaches, but at the end of the day, she was a very unique athlete, eager to learn from her mistakes and continually practice and beat her own personal best. And I thought, why not use our AI in the same way? So I came up with a time trial that basically allows a large group of individuals around the world to practice using AI before winning access to more valuable resources like coaches or programs or courses. They have to persuade stakeholders to support them, including filling out a 360. They have to deliberately practice by scheduling a kind of AI I call e-coaching, and then journaling about the lessons they've learned from that. So the time trial evaluates whether they can keep their word about these things, and only the subset of people who do that win access to an expert coach. I'm proud of the work we did with my former employer, Infosys, and my former colleague, Aruna, who leads diversity and inclusion globally and wanted to identify, of the 600 highest performing women middle managers, which ones had the most potential to grow to the C-suite. So we used this sort of time trial, screened all 600, and I helped her identify the fraction who are most likely to deliberately, concertedly practice long after the time trial is over. This approach really went well. It's a more elegant way to find high potentials, so I encourage you to consider it for your own work. For more information, feel free to reach out to my team, and I'll see you in the next video.